So what is your name?
Gianna.
Rihanna. You did a great job.
Thank you.
How much do you practice?
Practice like 5 times a day, and I really like this playing piano, and I think it's a great thing and a lot of people should do it.
What do you tell other kids about playing music?
I say that you should try it because you could have fun and keep doing it all your life.
And do you like any particular kind of music other than over another?
I like Taylor Swift songs.
And how do your parents have to tell you to practice, or you just like doing it all by yourself? They have to tell you to go to bed?
Sometimes they tell me and sometimes they don't.
Well, you did a great job, and we encourage you to share music with lots of other kids as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, what's your name?
Gabriel Acevedo.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And how long have you been playing?
4 years.
4 years. And what would you tell other kids about playing music?
Well, it's something that makes you different because not everyone knows how to play an instrument.
And do you like any particular kind of music over another?
Yeah, I like the modern music a lot more than the classical.
But you got to learn the basics before you can fly the other way, huh?
Yeah.
And do your parents have to make you practice, or is it something you have to tear you away from the piano?
Not really. In between.
Do you try to make up music of your own?
Kind of. Not. It doesn't come out so good though.
And what would you tell other kids about the difficulty or what it's done for you in school in other ways?
Well, in music class, everyone plays instruments, but none of us really play piano except for 2 or 3 kids.
And why did you choose the piano over the other things?
Well, once you know what piano is the easiest to play. Once you know piano, anything else will be easier. So
Okay.
now I'm also playing saxophone. I'm going to start guitar.
You're gonna be a 3-instrument guy? Wow, that'll be quite an accomplishment. You'll be a one-man band.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You want to come say something? Just stand up there as well. So, how did you happen to come to the European School of Music?
Well, actually, we learned about it from friends, and they really told us that it was one of the best places for the kids to learn music, and that the teachers really care about the kids. So that's why we brought them here. And to be honest, I think that they were right. I mean, we have been very, very happy.
And have you studied music yourself?
No, I'm living vicariously through my kids. I think that I always wanted to learn to play either guitar or piano, and it has been great to see our kids really learn how to play the instrument. My son has been playing for 4.5 years, and the progress has been pretty substantial. And my daughter has been playing for about a year and a half, and she's also doing great.
Have you noticed the personality change? They're more friendly, nicer kids because of the discipline and being around this music?
I think that is probably a little bit of a cliche, but it's true that music, I believe, makes the kids happier. And I think that you can see that they are doing better at school, with math, and in general as kids, they just seem happier, and they really learn to develop an appreciation for music that helps them socially, and that I do believe that makes them better kids.
I guess we don't hear a whole lot of kids that are in juvenile delinquent school who also are in orchestra as well.
I think that you're right. We don't see a lot of that. Yeah. So
Well, thank you very much.
thank you.
Is Julia?
Here's how tall I am. So, why did you subject your child to music?
Because she has great talents to play music, so I thought we'd send her to music school.
one of the things that Angela wanted to have people share about was how the personality of kids is affected by music at home. Do you find that the music has made her a more wonderful human being?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And what would you tell other parents about getting their children into music lessons?
I would highly encourage them to do that because I think it's a very nice thing to have and to be able to play music.
And what would you tell what do you tell other children about the value of music in your life?
It has a lot of value in my life because it's fun, I guess, and you learn a lot besides just piano.
And you're looking to play any particular kind of music that you like over others?
I mean, I like pop, but I like all type of music.
And you find it helps you in your studies in other ways in school?
Yeah, like yeah, like for like presentations, like a recital, you have to present in front of like an audience. So
It helps you memorize more in
yeah,
school?
I guess. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being a part of the school, and hopefully you'll share the value of the European Music School with the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So right there, I'll make sure the height, all right? So, how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing it for about 8 years.
And why music? Why music over other things?
Well, along with other things, music is really a foundation for like a broad learning, and it really helps in a lot of different situations.
Well, can you expand on that a little bit? In what ways do you think it makes a difference?
Well, it gives you a skill that most other kids don't have. So even in school, for music class or anything else, you can sometimes relate with music, and that sets you apart from the rest.
Have you noticed it helps you with the ladies at all?
Not really.
I guarantee you it will in the future. More than that, I guarantee it'll help you with the parents of the young ladies, because their estimation of your intelligence and your culture and your being a whole cultured human being will put you miles ahead of other young men who show up disheveled and not as cultured and nice human beings. So hopefully your personality of a warm human being goes along with your music skills as well.
Thank you.
What do you tell other kids about the studying part of music?
Well, I say it is a big commitment, but it definitely is worth it, and it's never too late to start.
And what do you what have you noticed different about him and his personality because of music?
I think it made him very independent, and he can express his feeling through the music, and which is a beautiful thing. And I'm very proud of him in that. And also, I do have to mention, I'm really, really proud of the school, because Miss Robin has been a great teacher. And she really connects. She knew how to connect with the kids. And we were in other school prior to this. And when we found her, that was just a blessing. And she really has transferred the knowledge and the passion, that she needs, to transfer to the kids. She's been great to us.
Oh,
I love this school.
Well, good. And
I love your tie.
well, thank you very much. I trade ties with you. Well, we thank you for being part of the school.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Angela
It's a
does,
pleasure.
And spread the love.
Thank you. It's a
Goodbye.
pleasure. Thank you. Have a nice day.
So, what is your approach to teaching, and how is that approach here different than elsewhere?
Well, let me think about that. Well, we use the European approach. My training in college with David Watkins used a British type approach, but when I came here to this school, I actually studied with Angela, and she went through several different pieces and told me about the Russian technique of playing, which I won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's a very clean, approach to playing, and I think it's very easily teachable to students of all ages. So I very much like that. I not only teach my students here at the school with those techniques, but I liked it so much that I use it in my home studio as well. So, and I've had very, very good results over the years with the techniques that I've learned here at the school.
So I'm sure it's more than just the mechanicalness of how you deal with the kids. It's also a psychological difference.
Well, yes. I mean, for me, teaching music isn't just about music. For me, my favorite part of teaching is learning how to learn. And it's so applicable to so many things outside of music that if it was just about music, I don't think I'd do this, you know, but I just see all the positive results from all the things we talk about in the lesson and how it can be applied to life, that it just makes me feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. But, well, you can get choked up over it. But, you know, it's about so many things, but I do kind of have a technical approach to my playing, but only in a way that facilitates the musical expression of emotion. And that's the real goal of what we're trying to do with music, is to express ourselves in a nonverbal way. And if you have bad technique, you can't do that effectively. You have to have good technique in order to express yourself well in music. So,
in other kinds of schools, the teachers deal with discipline issues all the time. Do you find dealing with nature or nurture, do you find that this kind of music attracts families who have kids who are more nicer or more well-behaved than others, or that you were able to transfer or transform some kids who are restless and the more rambunctious than others?
I generally work pretty well with students. I've had students from all over the spectrum, from the very focused and steady kind of student that to some of the more rambunctious students, and I've worked well with all of them. You just find ways to deal with different personalities. You know, I'm not sure how to put that into words, but you know, there are different kinds of enthusiasm, and you find what kind of music works for them, and you find a style of just teaching them that works for each student. But I feel like I've seen students that you might not think they would take to music, but they really do, and that is especially gratifying.
I noticed in the performance that most of the kids played traditional classical music. And do you find that they get more excited with the idea that they can play movie themes like Star Trek, or some country theme melodies that they may be more familiar with, but also take some degree of skill sets?
I think that you have to let students try out lots of different kinds of music. I make sure that we try several different styles of music with students, because I would think that students would all want to do the popular stuff, but that's not necessarily true. I've had many students that, as we began studying music, they came to love playing classical music because of the challenge of it, you know, and it really appealed to them, almost like a kid with a video game trying to get to the next level. And it's the challenge that speaks to them, or the musicality expresses an emotion that just really speaks to them. So I have a lot of students that love classical music, but we do the popular music, and that appeals to some students as well, or even jazz. You know, I've done so many different things with students, and you just never know what they're going to like until they get a chance to try it out. I had one student that just loved Bach. She just wanted to play Bach all the time. Anything past Bach was just too modern for this kid. And, you know, it's just not what you normally think that a child would like, but you never know. It just appealed to them. So everybody's different. Everybody's got something that they like.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Sorry.